Hey y'all, welcome back to Today's Booked. I'm your host, Chelle, and back with part-time co-host Whitley.
Hey, I feel like I haven't been here in forever, or at least I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever. We are back.
We are back, baby. Back. What's the saying?
Talking it up. I don't know.
No. Back like never before.
Oh,
Or-
back in black.
Only one of us is wearing black today, so
What is it? That's gonna bother
I
me.
don't know. It's really gonna bother me too, because baby, I'm back. It's not that.
No, it's not that.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
about-
well, we're gonna move on from that. Yes, but it has been a long time. What? I haven't talked to you in like 3 weeks.
I mean, we tried to talk.
Yeah.
We
Well,
we tried to record, and it's
Oh, yeah,
just
we
utter
actually-
failure.
it was, and my voice wasn't all the way back, so I'm just glad that didn't work out, honestly.
Yeah. So it's been like literally 3 to 4 weeks, and
Yeah.
we've been so busy. You are way too busy with work that you don't even have the time of day for life.
I don't, and I need a vacation with my friends.
Where are we going?
PEI.
Honestly, I would go.
Me too. I really want to go there. And then I saw Carly's posting, I think she did an Instagram post or something about PEI, and I was like, oh my God, I need to go.
Well, she was just there.
Yeah. Lucky
She
her.
did she did 2 trips because she just came back from her second trip, and I'm just like, all the vibes. I love that. I need those vibes.
Seriously. Since we are discussing 7 summers, I kind of want to take a trip to the UK.
Oh my gosh.
You've been.
Yes. Well, I went to London. It was like one of the best trips of my life, but it was so fast. We were there for literally like 4 days. And I think, yeah, we went for the
Football game?
Redskins. Yeah, Redskins and the Bengals, which was so
Nice.
fun. Yeah, it was so fun, but I didn't have enough time.
Finally, we'll be discussing 7 Summers by Paige Toon. But before we discuss the book, we got to catch up because we've been gone for 3 weeks. And since I've been so busy, we haven't really even FaceTimed or anything.
No, and I feel like these past 3 weeks have been like extra busy for me too.
Let's just get into it. What have you been booked with? Catch me up. I need to know all the things.
Okay, so the last 3 weeks, I had my cousin's bachelorette in Fort Lauderdale. Hot, but fun, great time. Then that next weekend was 4th of July, which was also Peyton's second birthday. And
Happy birthday, Pete!
I know, my little 2-year-old. Oh, she had the best time. It was so cute. And then one of my best friend and her 2 kids came for that weekend. So they flew in on July 4th, and then they left. They were here for the party, blah, blah, blah. And then I've never told you about feeding my homeless cat, but there's a feral cat that lives behind the Harris Theater next to my house. And me and a couple other people feed him. And so I've been like really going to see him a lot because it's been so hot here.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to make sure he gets all his water and stuff. He has a little feral cat home that I made him like one of those storage containers.
Cute.
So he's so cute. He's a little old, so I don't know.
Oh my God, are
but-
you going to take him in?
No, he's a feral cat. I don't think he would do well.
What does that even mean?
So a feral cat is basically like a cat who's not domesticated
Oh.
their whole life. So like if I took him in and like brought him to my house, it would probably take like 3 to 6 months to get him to even feel comfortable. Like he's not used to it. So
That makes sense.
yeah. Anyways, that's all I've done. And since you didn't have a voice for like 5 years, what were you doing?
Seriously, not yapping. Actually, I was yapping barely because my full-time job is for me to talk, and I couldn't even take a break off to get my voice back to normal. That's probably why I was out for the count for so long, because they still had me yapping. And I'm like, guys, I can barely talk.
I'm also
They're like,
dying.
What's that? And I'm like, yeah, exactly.
I'm also dying that you not only talk for your job, which is full time, so whatever, 40 hours a week, right? But you
Yeah.
also are doing a podcast where you talk more. So basically, you love to freaking talk.
She's a talker. Was I always one of those girls that talks too much on her report card? Maybe. Did.
Probably. The girl doesn't
did.
shut up.
You're one to talk.
I know. I was about to say, I'm a yapper too.
Exactly. I remember always getting in trouble for school just for talking, making a joke, being a jokester. But I did F with AR real heavy. I loved AR.
Me too. And 20 minutes was never enough. I was always so
Yeah.
mad. Like, what is 20 minutes?
I'm like, can we read the whole class?
Literally. Literally. I was so hyped. Everyone was so sad. And I was like, no, this is great. My book is great.
Right? And I always had so many AR points. Okay, anyways, getting off topic here already. So, yeah, I lost my voice for 2 weeks, which was annoying. And work has been super crazy. What else? Still doing tennis clinics. My matches are over. I didn't even get to do my last couple of matches because I had no voice. So, couldn't finish those. Also had book club drama, which is just
Wait, what happened?
I'm a part of this book club here in Phoenix, but my friend brought me to this book club. It's about 30 something girls. So the girl that was doing it emailed and said that she needed somebody to help take over the emails and doing the polls and stuff like that. So of course,
Why
I
would you?
volunteered.
Why?
I know. I'm like,
What?
I don't need one more thing on my list. Okay, but this was a while ago. I think it was before I started the podcast. So, me being me, I'm like, oh my God, I would totally love to do that. So, I volunteered as tribute. And everything was going well. So, we recently had our meetup at the end of June. And this is when I had barely had a voice. Of course, I still went. Why? I don't know, because it made it 10 times worse because I'm like trying to be a part of the discussion and can barely get a sentence out. So at the book club we were talking about, I mentioned the Geneva app to everybody. I'm like, oh, we need to move out of email. Let's do the Geneva app. And everybody was all on board. And so I just had merged it with a book club that I ran here, not even thinking about like cleaning the members out. Like I just sent the link out like, oh, we're moving on to this. And then I get an email like a couple days later, like, who are all these people? And I'm like, oh, shoot, I forgot to clean the members out. Let me do that. From the original girl, she sent an email without me in it about the app. My friends that are in the book club sent it to me. And then she took the book club back over. She was like, we want to keep it a small community, but we're open to having other people join. And I'm like,
Ew.
so yeah, it was just like so annoying. So now
Ew.
I
That's
don't
like
even know if I
high
want to
school shit.
participate.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, who fucking cares?
So people host the book club at their house. So they were like, oh, we want to keep it small and intimate. But then she was like, but we're so open to having other people join. Are you open or not? And they're like, well, we just don't know these people. But I'm like, I cleaned out the members. But I was just like, whatever. You have fun. It's all yours. I'm busy anyways. Booked and busy. So here you
Fuck
go. Literally. So
Ew.
dealing with that. And I was like, this is very annoying. Like, I don't have time for this.
No.
And so now I'm thinking about restarting my own book club. And I'm like, should I even do that? Because do I have the time?
Definitely
No.
mother freaking not.
So that is my drama, the drama that I did not want to be a part of. And what else? I've been going on some dates, been talking to some men. Yeah.
Wow, I don't even know about this.
No. Yeah, I went on a date. But
Yay or nay?
I think it's a no. It's gonna be a no for me.
So are there any like future contenders or no?
Yeah, there's some more contenders. I feel like I'm the bachelorette.
I can't. I'm dead.
Where are my roses?
Oh, these men. I need more details later.
Yeah, we'll take that offline.
I can only imagine. I'll leave it to the
Yeah.
listeners to think about what type of guys Shelly likes. Because I already know.
What type of guys do I even like?
You like preppy, like
Preppy.
not preppy, like kind of like I don't know how to explain it.
This is so funny.
They just if it makes sense for you, but like if somebody didn't know you, they only saw you as a person.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't I don't think they would expect the type of guys you go for. But if they know you, like who you are, like how you talk, all the things, like it
Right.
makes so much sense.
So funny.
I don't know how to explain it.
Me
You'll
either.
back me up here. I know others agree.
Okay, let's base my type off of a character from a book that we've discussed on the podcast. What guy's my guy?
Okay, so it wouldn't be Finn if we're talking about Seven Summers. It wouldn't be Tom. No.
Mm-mm.
What was the name of the guy from The Summer Would Be Different? I don't think it would be him either because he's too scruffy for you.
Oh, are you talking about the doctor?
No, the guy from This Summer Would Be Different, the oyster shucker.
Oh, Wolf.
Well, that's not what he goes by.
Felix.
Felix, he is too scruffy for you. He's too.
I like a little scruff.
You do, but I mean, like, he's too, like, homey. I don't know how to say it. Sam, yes, I can, because you do love Sam, so I'll make you happy. But yeah, I do see you with a Sam, because he does have that sort of preppy whatever. He's not too, like, homey, because he is a
And
doctor,
he's
isn't
like,
he?
yes. I was also thinking maybe Liam from Fourth Wing.
Yes, Liam, yes.
Hello. Have you bought any new books?
Oh,
Because, okay, it's been what, 3 weeks?
okay. So we're just gonna talk about the most recent, like, week, because obviously I buy 1,000 books a week. Not really.
Literally.
But
Well,
that's what it
it
feels
feels like
like.
that.
Yeah. So the Target sale just had the buy 2, get 1 free sale.
Mm,
So online, I bought 6 from that. So I bought 4, I got 2 free. So I was like, "Oh, that's good. That's fine. Whatever." Took advantage. The
right.
next, like, 2 days, I went to Target, and then I was like, "Don't go over there. Don't go over there." I went
Don't
over there.
go.
So I got 9 books.
What? When you went to
9.
the store?
No, like, total. So I got,
Oh, okay.
2 I
I
got
was like,
3
oh,
more.
shoot.
No, so then I got yesterday 2 more books in the mail from Thrift Books. So for being honest, I don't know, I lost count.
Relatable because I don't know, one day when I just have an overwhelming day or anything happens in life, I'm like, you know what would make me feel better? If I went to go spend some money on books. So of course
Same.
I went to the store. I don't even know what bookstore I was at.
Books A Million,
No, I
Barnes& and Noble.
that was this past weekend. Yeah, and then a weekend or 2 ago, this is when I still had lost my voice, and I was like, "Well, I can't talk to anybody, so I might as well just go spend some like, I was down bad. So I was like, "Let's go get
No,
some books."
it's
I bought 9 books that day. No, 8, yes,
you didn't even
and
get 3 free.
these were not steals and deals. Dang, I spent some money. So I was like, "Woo, okay." And then this past weekend, I went to Barnes& and Noble and I bought 8 books,
Oh
but I
my
was like,
god,
technically I know.
thought
Having
I was
time.
bad.
I blacked out.
I mean,
All of a sudden, the guy bought me a basket. He, like, asked me, "Do you want a basket?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good." And then he came back and I was like, "Just give me the basket. Just give me the basket." And all of a sudden, there's more books in the basket, and then I get to the register, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we're doing it." Like, I want the books, but they all were buy one get one 50% off. So to me, in my head, that's like 4 free books because they're half price. So I just am like doing my own kind of girl math. But ew, 8 books, and she's a happy girl. I'm
living
like,
the dream.
living the dream. The shelf is shining bright like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Yeah, we're happy. That's what, 17 books? That's
Holy. I mean, I don't even know, because
I'm just gonna stick with that number.
you need to chill.
Yeah.
No more bookstores or book clubs for you.
Yeah, seriously. Do you have any current obsessions, any latest obsessions, any hyperfixations? What's going on there?
Okay, so
Because you know
Jesse probably knows this. He'll never listen to this probably. He
what?
should.
Jesse isn't listening to
I don't know. I'm gonna ask him.
grab my phone and text him. Jesse, did you?
Excuse
Speaking of
me.
Jesse, my coworker Jesse, I just sent him the link to the podcast. He's gonna listen. Shout out
How
to Jesse.
cute. Yeah, Jesse. Shout out to Coach Shan, because my coach from college softball, when I played college softball, she literally listens and she said she loves it, FY. So I don't know if I talked about that last time, but she's so cute.
We're shouting out all our supporters. So shout out to Coach Shan, shout out to Jesse, shout out to Whitley's husband, Jesse. He better be listening.
Anyways, I go through phases of, like, not buying anything, and that doesn't count for books. Like, I will not, like, get any, like, I don't need anything, blah. But then I'll get in this phase of, like, I need to look at clothes. I need shoes, I need bathing suits, I need whatever. So I'm in that phase, and I'm obsessed with buying tank tops and cozy shorts because I work from home, and I just
Yeah.
love having comfy stuff to work from home, but still be, like, cute in a way for myself, because no one really sees me. But anyways, so I've been obsessed with that. And I got a new planner, and it's so cute because I'm just trying to, like, plan out, like, social media and, like, just
Yeah.
like my life. And look how cute it is. Let me show you.
You know I'm obsessed with planners. So cute. Where'd you get it from? Also, where have you been
Amazon.
shopping for your cute, comfy outfits. I remember you told me about Aerie. They had a sale.
Yes.
They
So
always
I
have good
had
sales.
always. And so I had actually gotten something online from them. And then when my friend was in town, we went and I don't think she needed like underwear. And I was like, oh my gosh, we have to get it from Aerie because it's like the best underwear.
Mm.
Fuck Victoria's Secret. Nah, it's Aerie. And then at the mall we have here, they have an offline store separate too. And I just
Yeah.
love offline. So we went to offline, for which I obviously bought stuff because they were still a sale. And then I went to the Aerie store and I bought stuff and because there was like really good sales. And they even had
Yeah.
one of those, those squishmallows. Like, so it was the day after Peyton's birthday and she loves cows. And there was like a purple cow squishmallow and it was
What's
on
that?
like
Is that a stuffy?
those round stuffed animals, but they're like animals, like unicorns, cows, whatever, but they're just like circles. I'll show
Oh.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, it was like 40% off. So I got her that too and she loved it.
Dang, I need to go to Aerie this week. No, I don't. I do, but like,
Nah.
no, you don't. No, you don't.
But then, okay, my last obsession, and I know you're gonna roll your eyes because it's fantasy, romantasy, whatever. But my book, yeah. Okay, so I'm reading. I just finished today, One Dark Window, by Rachel Gillig, I think is how you say it. And then the second book of the series is Two Twisted Crowns. Oh my god, this book has me in a chokehold. It is so good, and it's actually a complete series. Like it's just two of them, which
That's nice.
I know, because I've been in my I've been wanting to get in fantasy, but like all the books I have aren't all completed. Like all the series isn't out, and I'm annoyed because I don't need 1,000 other things that I need to be anticipated for 2025. So I'm like,
we're only
this.
focusing on Onyx Storm in 2025. I'm sorry.
Well, I know, and so the Powerless is really big right now, but the next book doesn't come
Okay.
out until 2025. So I'm like, I'm waiting on that.
Okay, so there's 2 books in that one series, the Powerless one.
So
I
there's
just want to read it just based off the cover. I have no clue what it's about, but the cover is
mine's
really
right there.
doing it for me.
So
Have you read
Powerless.
it or no?
No, I just haven't.
Oh.
So there's Powerless, which is the first like full book. There's Reckless, which is the second book that just came out. But then they have She has Powerful, which I don't know much about it, but I think the author is super young. I actually follow her on Instagram. She's I love her tattoos, so cute. But
Cute.
Lauren Roberts, I think. But it doesn't come out till April or February 2025. And I'm like, bro.
Oh, yeah, we'll wait on that. Actually, I did want to ask you about the book that you just finished. You said it's a romantasy.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about? Is it fairies, witches? Like, what are we dealing with here?
Actually, humans. So it's okay. So here's my synopsis. The main character is Elspeth, right? That's how it's Elspeth Spindle. So basically, it's like kind of taken back, I guess, in the medieval times. I would say the way I get the vibe, it's kind of like dark magical vibe, right? So they basically are in their town, which is a blunder. There's like a magical mist that basically, if you go into, you die if you don't have your charm or whatever to like protect you. But if you can get infected by it's called the infection, like magic or whatever. And basically, the king, if he finds out, he kills you, whatever. So Elspeth actually was infected as a child. Her father basically put her with her uncle to hide away, and so her infection. Everyone's infection, like their magic is different. And they have magical cards that give you different types of magic. There's 12 cards. She's infected, and then she finds her lover, but they like are fighting against the king to get the cards so they can save his brother and save all the infected people. But the king just wants it for himself.
That's a lot.
But no, it's not. It's not. It's really not. I read it in 3 days. It's only like 300 something pages. Maybe it's like 390.
It doesn't sound like something that I'm interested in.
It's so good.
Thanks for sharing.
You asked, and I'm like,
I did. I'm saying thank you, but it's not for me. Let me live my life. Actually, one of the books that I bought at Barnes & Noble, it's a romantasy. The green one from my latest reel, The Beautiful Villain. The green one with the straight edges. I was looking it up on Goodreads, and it said fantasy, romance, fantasy. So I'm like, shit.
Read it.
What did I do?
Read it. I'll buy it. What have you been obsessed with? Or what can you not get out of your head?
There's a lot of things in this head. A lot's happening. But let's see. I'm currently hyperfixated on eating stir fry every freaking night. Do you ever just start, you really enjoy something and you just can't stop
I mean,
doing it or eating it, or I don't know. So I'm really hyperfixated on eating stir fry literally every single night of my life.
I'm
And
dead.
my friend Natalie, she took me to Costco with her and we found these gluten-free meatballs and I was literally eating them every day. And then I ran out and now I'm like, I don't have a Costco membership and I need her to take me immediately because one, I'm not getting a membership because I'm not trying to be in the Costco database. I don't
Yeah.
need to be going to Costco like that. Nope. You're
I
not.
don't get the
Nope.
people who are one person, they are only buying for one person who go to Costco.
Don't
I'm
need
like,
that.
I don't even need to go to Costco.
I don't have enough space for 25 rolls of toilet paper, 25 rolls of paper towel. Like, where am I going to? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not. But the
And
meatballs are fire.
but it's
And
not a fun experience there. It's so
no, it's
hectic.
not. I literally, even though I did buy a book, actually,
They do have good book deals.
I did
Yes.
buy a book from Costco. So
Oh
shout out to Costco's book section. And I was like, oh my God, it was another one of the Anna Hung. I think I sent you a picture of it.
Yes.
And I was
The
like,
sprayed
oh, the
edges
sprayed
ones.
edges.
Yes.
Yeah. So shout out to Costco in the book section. But I was like, I never want to come here again.
I'm dead.
Except to
No.
get those meatballs. And they had these fire mango candies. I don't know what they were. Crack addicted. So I'm like, I need to go back to Costco just to get those two things. So that's currently my little hyperfixation. I am re-obsessed with the color orange because I got my nails redone. And you remember last time when I got my nails done, I was sad because I was like, ew,
Yes.
they weren't right. And I was like, I'm going to go get them redone. And then I ended up keeping them. And then everybody was complimenting them. And I was like, they're so ugly, but thank you. Natalie, my friend, she took me to this new place. They have the exact color that I wanted, bright and beautiful. This is the orange that I wanted. I didn't want a muted orange. And I just am feeling like myself again with this color. It just reignited my obsession for orange.
I love it.
What else have I been obsessed with? Getting back into journaling, using my pens, just like you are with your planner. So I think that's really it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to the meatballs.
I know. Fuck those meatballs.
Oh,
love
bless.
those meatballs. Meatballs are life. Okay. Anyway, and they're gluten free, so sign me up. But you have been zooming through freaking books. I need you to slow down because I'm behind. It's
Okay.
a marathon, not a sprint, Whitley.
No. I'm competitive, but I'm literally not competing with anybody but myself. And I just can't help it. I'm literally so obsessed with my books that I've been reading. I haven't had like a bad book in a long time. And like every book, I'm like, oh my God, that was great. Oh my God, that was great. That was such a good
Literally.
story. No, and so I'm just like beating.
I'm like, shoot, I literally need work to just like simmer down a little bit so then I can focus on what I love. And that's reading. Not reading for work, but like reading for enjoyment, for my life, for my hobby, for this podcast.
And literally, just FYI, right now we are doing this during my primetime reading time. So just know how important you are for me to sit here and record this because I am missing out on so many chapters.
Same here, girlfriend. Same here. But thank you. We are blessed over here on today's book. The supporters are like, yay, Whitley.
I'm not reading right now.
All right. But you said, so you're currently reading that second book in the series of the book you just finished. Remind me what the second book was called.
Two Twisted Crowns.
Okay.
And so I really, I feel like this one's going to be another quick one because I'm feeling my fantasy vibes right now. I'm really into I'm feeling my fantasy mood again. Like I'm getting into that fall moody. Like it's been so fucking hot here and I just want it to be fall and cooler and just like that spooky vibes and the fantasy goes in and with that. So okay, but wait, we've talked about my books a lot. What are your books? Because you put a poll up and you didn't even listen to what I told you to read.
I didn't. I'm reading two books right now. One is a romance and the other is a thriller. I'm like, I gotta get it cracking. Okay. Right now I'm reading The Next Mrs. Parrish by Liv Constantine, and I'm already a couple chapters in and I'm like, I'm into it, but I'm tired of reading books where the series isn't complete. So this is the second book. And
wait, because I have the first one and the next one just came out.
Yes, which is
So
this.
you
I'm
so
reading the
you
second
didn't even
one.
read the first one?
I did read the first one.
Oh,
But
oh.
I'm saying the first one came out in 2017. It's 2024.
That's what I'm saying, people. Come out with your books sooner.
Exactly. I'm like, that book came out so long ago. I'm like, I'm not rereading the first one because I'm like, I was looking up clip notes on it because I'm like, shoot, what happened in the first book? Like, I don't even remember. And I'm like, I don't have time to do a reread right now.
I just need to read books, guys.
Exactly. And I'm like, oh my God, this came out so long ago. So I'm like trying to find a good cliff note so I can remember what the freaking book's about. The first one came out 7 years ago and you're just now putting out the second one. I've got beef.
I guess that's good news for me because I still have the first one and I've never read the first one. So,
Well, lucky you. I'm reading that, which I really did like the first one, but I'm just like, I'm not waiting 7 years.
no, fuck off.
Yeah, that's stressful.
Let's be honest.
And then I'm not an author. I don't understand. So I don't know, but I'm like 7 years is a long time. That's almost a decade.
That is really close. And so there is this one indie author that I follow, and her book just came out, The Rush of Ravens. She put it out, like she's out with a publisher, editor, she self-published it or
Yeah.
whatever. People were asking her questions on Instagram, so I was like reading responses. And she said that one of the reasons she didn't want to work with a publisher is because the timeline is really like long, because once you have the draft, she's like, it could be 2 to 3 years before your book even like comes out, even though you could have been done with it 3 years ago, just based on all the things they have to do. And like, I'm like, girlfriend, you be self-publishing, because she's already writing. She already wrote the novella and the second book. And I'm like, I'm here for that.
The Last Miss Parrish was such a big book when it came out.
Yeah.
That it should not. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about it because
because you are just going on.
I'm going on a tangent. But I'm also reading Just Act Natural by Jenny Carrick. So it's a part of a summer series. So it's 7 different books by 7 different authors. But the book that I recently finished, Plotting Summer by Jess Healyman. Sorry for botching that. I recently finished that one. Her book was also a part of the series. So if you're looking for some summer cute books, check them out.
Is it the same characters or is it all different?
Nope, all different characters.
So then why is it a series?
I don't know. It's just like a summer bundle series. Like they're all like summer beachy,
not even
romance.
The same place?
Nope.
Oh.
Like it's 7 different authors and they wrote their own book in the series.
Interesting.
Yeah. You'll just have to look it up for yourself. Enough yapping. Let's talk about 7 Summers by Paige Toon. If you're not into spoilers or plan on reading this book, go ahead and pause now. But for those of you who don't plan on reading it, haven't read it, but want to listen to the episode, this book is about... What is this book about? I don't know. I don't remember.
Truly.
Okay, so 7 Summers explores the role fate plays in bringing 2 souls back together. Wow. Who wrote that?
Swoon.
No.
Stupid.
So, an emotionally charged contemporary romance novel that follows the intertwined lives of Lived, who's a talented sculptor, and Finn, a member of a popular, well, I guess I wouldn't say popular boy band, but it becomes popular.
Yeah.
So, Lib and Finn, their paths cross while working at a local bar in Cornwall. They're instantly kind of drawn to each other. And however, it's a tragic loss that really brings them together, deepening their connection and kind of forging their bond over these 6 summers. In the moment of them being vulnerable, they make a heartfelt promise to each other to spend every summer together if they remain single. But despite their growing feelings for each other, Finn goes to pursue his boy band aspirations in LA, while Liv remains in Cornwall in the UK, taking care of her brother who has Down syndrome, managing a bar and Airbnb properties, which brings us sort of to the present, because over the 6 summers, well, they both meet somebody in the present, and that just, it goes downhill from there.
Things play out.
Yes. Things change as Liv and Finn both fall in love with other people. Their lives continue to intersect, and they must ultimately decide if they are willing to take a leap of faith and seize the opportunity for future together. Okay. Oh my god, that was a lot.
Okay, so after all that, so what were your first impressions of the book? Did you like it right away? Did it take you some time to jump into?
It did take me a while to get into it. My first impression of the book was it reminded me a lot of the style of Carly Fortune's books where it does the past and the present, which I really liked that. But this book did take me a second to get into. And I think it's just because, I don't know, I think it just started off a little slow. And I think once probably about the time where the tragedy happened with Lib and that whole thing, that's when I was like, "Oh, I'm here." So it did take me some time to become committed.
Well, it's interesting you say that because we kind of read those two books opposite. You
Mhm.
read This Summer Will Be Different, then you read Seven Summers, and they're, like you said, very similar writing styles of like the past
Yeah.
and the present of the summers. I did the opposite. I read this one first, and then I read This Summer Will Be Different after. And this one, I like loved it. I feel like I was like into it right away. Like I was enjoying it. I really liked the past to present. And then when I started This Summer Will Be Different, it took me a while to get into it because I was like, this is kind of the same thing but different.
Yeah.
And it's funny you say that because that's how I felt with This Summer Will Be Different.
Right. I think I was just having hangover that when I started something so similar, not even just like the storyline wasn't similar, it was just the style with the
Yeah.
past and the present. So I was just like almost felt like I was reading not the same book, but
Same thing, just a different
different
characters.
storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in character. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of the book?
I really liked when she finally chose Tom because at first I was like, girl, if you don't choose him, I'm going to scream. I obviously love the ending, but I'm
Yeah,
not going to lie. I was so sad that Tom passed away. That,
me
like,
too.
I
Also, we
loved
should
him.
probably tell the listeners who Tom is. Maybe we should yap a
Yes.
little bit more about the book.
So Tom is the present guy. He's the one who is kind of like they didn't start off like on the best foot. She was like, he's an asshole, right?
There was this guy that did sand art,
Oh yes.
and she was trying to figure out who it was. Lo and behold, it was her Airbnb guest who was staying in like the back house. And so then they kind of start hitting it off. Well, like not at first, but then they start hitting it off. And then she finds out that he has, is it a heart condition?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Genetic.
And how their relationship built was very cute, and I was just so into it. And then, oh my god, when the first time when he passed out on the beach,
Oh my, I was like, "No, no, we
I
can't.
know,
We
I
can't."
almost lost it.
I
I was like,
it's like,
"Not today, Tom."
"No." And that's what I'm saying. I was so happy when they were finally together because she was happy, he was
Yes.
happy, like, they were happy with each other, like, being who they were, and I was like,
Mhm.
"Thank God, girl, you need this." And I just loved him, and then when he died, I
Same.
was like, "Fuck me, man."
Me too. Me too. I was literally had tears in the eyes. Did I let them drop? I didn't let them drop. Actually, did I let them drop? I don't know. Could have been an emotional time for me. I don't
I
remember.
mean,
But I was down bad. I was down bad,
yes.
a little heartbroken. I was like, freak. I did not want to see Tom leave like that.
No, and it was just so sad because it was like that one chapter where he's like, "He's gone," and I'm like,
I know. And then I just felt so bad for Liv. And then I was just thinking about all the travels they had done together. And he
I
was the chef at the restaurant that she was managing now. And just,
he fit so perfectly.
yeah, he was just so good for her.
Yes. Okay, so what did you not like about the book?
Honestly, I liked Finn, but I didn't like him. He annoyed me, and I don't actually, both Liv and Finn annoyed me. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. They both annoyed me. Like, I didn't like how Liv was playing so insecure all the time. He would be like, "Oh, this," and she was like, "You don't wanna go talk to those other girls?" Liv, no. Fake it till you make it, sweetie. Okay? But it was just kind of annoying. I didn't like that about her character and Finn. I didn't like how he kind of succumbed to her rules. Like, don't reach out to me. Like, let's keep our relationship this way. Like, I wanted him to try a little harder, but whatever. I get it. It's for the story, it's for the plot. Do it for the plot.
But I mean, if he would have reached out to her, obviously she would have responded, but then she would have been mad at the end of the day because she was like doing what she didn't want to do.
Yeah.
Waiting. did. They had talked for that little bit, and she was, like, waiting for him, and she was so mad because she was doing that.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
it's just crazy how the whole story wrapped up. I was shook at the ending.
It's annoying, right? Because I don't get me wrong, I liked the ending, at the end, I was like, she has her happy ending, she has her kids, they have their life, whatever. But,
Yeah.
I'm so annoyed, I was like when he died, Tom was like, "You cannot go back to Finn, you can't, you made your choice, whatever." And then she,
Right.
goes to LA and, that's what I'm saying, she, goes and does it, and I'm like, "What do you expect?" And I was, mad at her for going back to him because I was like, "You just lost Tom, who was the love of your life, he was the best, and you're gonna just go and rebound," is how I felt, right? And I was like, "Why are
Yeah.
you doing this?" And then but then I did like that
I
they
do
had that.
feel like Finn was probably the love of her life,
Well,
but
yeah,
I just think that it had to do with timing. Obviously, timing is everything.
yeah,
And Finn, he just wanted to go live his little rock star boy band life and then come back every summer when it was convenient for him.
mhm.
Which is the annoying part. Oh, it does annoy me too that she ended up moving to LA, but then they did move back to Cornwall and split their time and stuff. But it's just, I mean, I was happy at the ending, but I was also just like, Tom, where's Tom?
I know, that's what I'm saying, but it's funny because I think too, during those, 6 summers, she was grieving her parents, and that's why she didn't wanna
Mm-hmm.
leave because she didn't wanna leave them and her brother and all the things,
Yeah.
so she also was, stuck in her ways but then it was, a big step for her to go out to LA, even though
Yeah.
I was like, Tom, because Tom
Yeah.
was like, "Fine, I'll stay here with you, I'm fine with that."
I know, I kind of wanted her I was also a little frustrated because I wanted her to get out of Cornwall too, and she
Yeah.
was just like, "I can't leave my brother," and I'm like, "He has an aide, he's fine."
He's living his best life.
Yeah, he's living his best life with his little new helper.
Yeah.
He did not need her.
He was fun. He was
He was
fun
fine.
because he was,
He was so
so
funny.
direct. Yeah.
He hated Finn too.
I
Didn't like
know.
Tom, which was so funny.
Which hello, we love Tom. I mean, we love
Yeah.
Finn too, but we love Tom more.
Did you expect Tom to die and her to end up with Finn? Did you see that coming?
I I wanna say yes and no. I didn't okay, so when he had the first scare and he made it, I was like, "Okay, good."
Yeah.
First when okay, so when she first talked about him having the heart condition, I was like, "Fucking great, he's gone." He's not gonna this is gonna be terrible before they even got together, I was thinking in my head. And
Yeah.
then when he had the first scare and he, made it, then I was like, "Okay, so maybe he's okay. I think we're okay." And then they both go and have their happy endings, her and Finn separately.
But remember, didn't he go to the doctor because he was gonna try and do something?
Get the meds.
Yeah, or something so it wouldn't happen again. I can't remember, but I was like, "Okay, Tom's in it for the long haul," but
Yeah.
then he died on the beach.
Yeah, but then when he died, I was like, "She's going back to Finn." I already knew
Yeah.
that, and I was like, but it was I was annoyed when it was first starting, but then I was happy with the ending. I was
Same,
like,
by the end,
"Okay,
I was like, "Oh my god, okay, this is fate, second
yeah."
chance." Didn't she have a miscarriage with Tom too?
I think that or they were doing IVF or something. They did have IVF. So it says, "I sobbed into Tom's shoulder when our third round of IVF fails." So it was IVF. It wasn't a miscarriage.
Yeah, didn't expect it to end like that. I honestly, I didn't know what I expected. I expected for Tom to stay alive, for Liv and Tom to have little babies in Cornwall. She's sculpting her Airbnb, her restaurants, but now she's doing all that with Finn. I was like, okay,
The inevitable. I know. Yeah, but it was cute. I don't know. So wait, what did you rate it then?
there's this 7 summers playlist about you, but I'm feeling
22.
22.
Here
Oh,
it is.
Sweater Weather, my favorite song by The Neighborhood.
Here comes the sun. Dee dee
Doo-doo-doo.
dee dee.
Here
Here
comes
comes
the
the
sun.
sun. 'Tis the damn season. That's a good one too. Oh, Stay by Rihanna. Yeah, this playlist is
I
good.
want you to stay.
Okay.
Karaoke up in this bitch. No.
Okay. What did you rate it, you freak?
What did I rate it? What did I rate 7 summers? Dun, 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 dun. Around a 3.75 because I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I said, why did the end of this book wreck me? That was my review. I'm not. That's all she wrote.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
What about you?
I did 4 stars. It was cute. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. This is the first book that I think I've ever had, like, a physical copy where they had the playlist, and I love that. Like, I thought that was really
Yeah.
cute.
Oh my god, I have a series to recommend you because you read the books and you listen to the playlist. The author made the playlist and you listen to
Mhm.
it while you read it.
Mhm.
Chef's kiss. When a book has a playlist that
Mhm.
goes with it and it's the actual author that makes the playlist, I'm like,
Yes.
you're the bomb
Yes.
diggity.
Like, Rebecca Yarros, and then that book I talked about from that author that self-published, Rush of Ravens, she did that too, and it's in her book, so I'm like, "Ooh," and hers are, like, dark vibes, I'm like,
Oh
"Yes."
my god, there's discussion guide
I know.
questions in the book. Can we do some of them?
Okay. When Finn and Liv agreed to spend the summer together if they remained single, how did you feel about the reasoning behind their promise to each other? Did your opinion change as the story unfolded?
Honestly, I was kind of like about it because I was like, either just date. But she was like, oh, you're going to be an ally. I'm like, have you ever heard of a long distance relationship?
Usually they don't do good
But
though.
I think it all depends on the person, the couple. But she was always the one like, oh my God, LA's so far. LA's so far. I mean, it is, but also he's in a boy band. He's got fun.
But also, like, she knew he was gonna be, or he's like in a boy band, and he was gonna be around of girls. Like he married that
Yeah, but he
album
wasn't
with that
even doing
girl.
that. He wasn't doing that.
He did it, and they fell in love. You freak! They wrote a
Okay,
song
that was, like,
together.
when he was more successful, but in the beginning, when he
Mm.
was just slumming it, but whatever, I was just, like, about it. Did my opinion change as the story unfolded? Yeah, I was like, "Okay, fine, don't do it. Live."
I can't with you. I can't.
Have you ever felt a strong connection to a stranger? If so, what do you think drew you together? Dang, a
Yes.
stranger?
Yes.
Oh, shit, tell us.
I was in high school. I was young, and I had gone on a cruise, and
Mm.
we met, me and my friend, we, like, my friend was on the cruise with me or whatever, and we met this group of guys, and there's this one guy that I was like, I don't know why, I just always, and I still can remember him, like, to this day, which is crazy.
That's so crazy.
It is, and I had this connection to him, and what's even crazier is, like, I'm not kidding you, 3 years later, I was in North Carolina with Jesse and his family for Thanksgiving, and we were snowboarding on one of, like, the mountains out here, and I saw the guy in the lodge, like,
Shut up.
I'm not kidding, and I did, like, 7 takes. I was like, "There's no way. There's no way. There's no way." And, like, it was so long, I was like, "He doesn't remember me." And I wasn't saying anything. I did not say a thing,
You
but
didn't
it
say anything,
no,
Whitley? Oh my
I was with
god.
Jesse. I was with Jesse when we be like, "Hey, I have this connection. Like, do you
No,
remember
but
me from the
it would have been
cruise?"
like, "Oh my god, dude,
I know,
remember me from the cruise?"
it was crazy, and he was, like, we were friends on MySpace or Facebook, whatever it was at the time, I think it was
Yeah.
Facebook, and, it was so crazy. It was crazy because, like, I don't know, what drew us together? I don't know, I guess it was just, like, we were young, his personality,
Yeah.
he was, like, fun. He was, like, a, athlete, I think he played lacrosse or something like that, and
Hot.
he was very tall, and yeah, I'm not tall, so it
You're
was
not,
like,
you little midget.
yeah, so it was,
Sorry.
but anyways, yeah, what about you?
We didn't even talk about how so Finn and Liv, they both had kind of that connection because Finn's mom committed suicide when he was
Oh,
younger,
yeah.
and then Liv's parents died in a car crash, but she was an adult. So they had that connection. So Liv felt like she needed to protect her brother after their loss, but Michael ends up supporting her in many ways as well. Who do you think was protecting whom?
I think that her brother was protecting her, right?
Yeah.
Because
I feel like she was using him as an excuse.
yeah, because she couldn't get over, the grief, like, she couldn't get, like, she
Yeah.
couldn't, not that she couldn't move on, but she couldn't move on, right?
Mhm.
And so, I definitely feel like Michael was supporting her. Let's see.
In ways that she didn't even realize
Yeah.
probably.
Oh, 100%. Like, especially with the dinners, like, I feel like she did them, but he didn't even enjoy them. But, like,
Yeah.
he did them for her. Not that he didn't enjoy them, but he was like, "Oh, fuck it." He was kinda like, "Whatever." Okay, so last question, and then we're wrapping it up. So, do you think Liv made the right decision in the end, and would you have done the same?
Oof. That's hard. I mean, I feel like it was the right decision for her.
Yeah.
Would I do that? Probably.
I feel like we all subconsciously wouldn't want to, but we
Yeah,
would.
exactly, because we're like, "Oh my god, he was my absolute." I feel like that was her first love.
Her
Like,
safe space.
she always wanted to be with him, but it never worked out, and I feel like if I had that type of relationship with someone and all of a sudden it was the right timing and everything, I think I would want to give it a chance and do that, and then if we ended up with babies and a happy marriage, like, sign me up.
I mean, yeah,
I'm assuming you share the same sentiment as me, you freak.
yes, I do. I do. I do. I feel like we all were like, "No, don't do it. Don't give in." But then we were like,
Yeah.
"You do you, girl. We all would do the same thing, and let's live our best lives. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work
Mhm.
out. But at least you tried and you know." But
Right.
obviously, it worked out, and we love that for her.
Yeah, but still, R.I.P. Tom, you're a real one.
You can haunt me any day, Tom.
He can what?
Haunt me any
Oh, haunt.
day.
I was like,
Haunt
Whitley.
me.
You are a freak of nature. Get off. That is definitely a wrap on this discussion. We hope y'all enjoyed this episode. If you're not already, make sure you follow the podcast at Today's Booked on Instagram and TikTok. We're on TikTok, baby. And rate the podcast on Spotify or Apple. Appreciate all your support. Remember,
Today is booked.
and tomorrow isn't looking good either.